surface.
It's beautiful.
The new teaser for the upcoming Transformers film gives us a fresh look at Cybertron and shows a side of the planet we haven't really seen before. In fact, we did not really expect it to be this way either. It seems that the home planet of robots and all things machines has organic elements embedded into it. The terrain around Alpha Trion's mountain home and other areas blend organic and technological elements, which creates a techno-organic landscape, complete with native Cybertronian wildlife and a synthwave-style sunset. This depiction raises several important questions, the most important one being, did Cybertron start as an organic planet that evolved into a technosphere over time? This concept isn't new to Transformers lore, and could play a significant role in the film's plot. It's possible we might even see Cybertron's transformation into the more familiar metal world as the story unfolds. This change is serious and is nothing like the usual depiction of Cybertron as a purely metallic world. It ties deeply into the movie's broader story. So in this video, we will explore all the instances where Cybertron has had organic elements and try to figure out if Cybertron really is techno-organic. Let's begin, shall we? Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you. For us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Optimus Prime! Super Mode!
Transformers Cartoon. In the Transformers cartoon, Cybertron is portrayed as much smaller than Earth and completely metallic on the surface. Yet its lower levels contained rock and dirt, which means that it obviously had an organic origin. Humans can easily walk on Cybertron due to its light gravity and breathable atmosphere, which means that it has got oxygen in its atmosphere. Needless to say, carbon would also be present, so that could give rise to carbon dioxide and other carbon-based compounds, which may lead to the presence of organic stuff. While it mostly appears barren, there are some signs of water-like substances, with occasional lakes and rivers. Deep beneath the surface lies the plasma energy chamber, an energy furnace crucial to the planet's function. At the core of Cybertron, you find Vector Sigma, a mega computer in the shape of a sphere. This mix of technology and natural elements suggests that Cybertron might be considered techno-organic in nature. Legends Comics. In the Legends Comics, after Cybertron transformed into a techno-organic planet, Vector Sigma was upgraded to become the planet's soul. It took on quite a central role and communicated its will through the newly formed Great Convoy. Many millennia later, Vector Sigma found out the Blentrons were trying to revive Unicron using Anglemoy's energy. To prepare for the impending conflict, the supercomputer switched Cybertron back to its fully mechanical state. So, even here, Cybertron was techno-organic in nature. Beast Wars Cartoon Continuity. In the Beast Wars continuity, Cybertron started as a lush, Earth-like world filled with organic life. When the first Transformers arrived, as had been predicted by the mystical Oracle linked to Vector Sigma, Cybertron's natural biosphere began to die off. Over time, the Transformers built their civilization layer by metal layer and covered the planet's original rock and soil. This construction created the impression that Cybertron was always a purely technological world. However, deep below the surface, signs of the planet's organic past remain. There are areas of plant life, fossilized remains of ancient animals, and an organic core made up of dense biological matter. These layers of history are buried under the successive cities built by different generations of Cybertronians, which were then forgotten over the eons. Beast Machines Cartoon. In the Beast Machine series, Megatron returns from the Beast Wars and releases a virus that cripples the population, which leads to his subsequent VCon regime. He aims to transform Cybertron into a single massive machine under his control. However, Optimus Primal and his Maximals encounter the Oracle and a survivor of Megatron's assault. It is now that they learn about Cybertron's organic roots. They believe that they must restore the planet's organic elements and eliminate its technology. This belief leads to a fight where Primal and Megatron use the plasma energy chamber and the key to Vector Sigma. which in turn triggers a pretty severe energy storm. Afterwards, Primal realizes that the Oracle's true desire was for him to harmonize the organic with the technological, not to destroy one for the other. He achieves this by using the Oracle's power on Cybertron's organic core, transforming the planet into a thriving techno-organic paradise where natural and mechanical life coexist. Primal's vision and sacrifices finally take form, and a new era for Cybertron begins. 3H Comics. In the 3H Comics, the Quintessons once served Unicron. Eventually, they stumbled upon Cybertron, the dimensional landing of Primus. Now, I must mention here that the Quintessons are pretty much techno-organic and have tentacles and whatnot. In the latest trailer for Transformers 1, we get to see beings that resemble quite like the Quintessons, which seems to suggest that they might be the major villains. Anyway, instead of informing Unicron, they exploited this discovery for their own game. They tried to manipulate Primus's creations using the plasma energy chamber, but it backfired. Their breakthrough came when they installed a shell program over Vector Sigma to redirect its divine energy to create a new, obedient race. This race would eventually rebel and evolve into the Transformers. The Quintessons' legacy persisted through the Vector Sigma shell program, known as the Oracle. 2005 IDW Continuity. In the 2005 IDW Continuity, Cybertron orbits a yellow dwarf star along with its two moons. The planet's origins are murky, with different religious groups believing either Primus emerged from Cybertron or he created it after defeating Unicron. Another theory suggests Cybertron was originally an organic world. Its inhabitants evolved into cybernetic beings and eventually shed their organic roots to become fully mechanical. This idea is supported by the history of Gorlam Prime, whose inhabitants transitioned from organic to mechanical life and renamed their planet Cybertron. So there could have been a possible shared origin for the Transformers. Close to the end of these 2005 comics, human civilization was facing a sharp decline, while Cybertronians were expanding beyond their usual boundaries. During an event called the Grand Uprising, while Overshoot was trying to connect with the Oracle, he saw visions of a future where Earth and Cybertron face a major threat together, which led to their eventual merger into a single, techno-organic planet. Now, this stuff sounds pretty awesome, right? And while we are on the subject, I think it only makes sense to explore the Techno-Organic Transformers from Beast Machines. Techno-Organic Transformers from Beast Machines are pretty unique as far as their features are concerned. And it makes sense because they are both organic and technological or mechanical. They're highly resistant to damage and have advanced healing abilities that work more naturally compared to the repair cycles of their fully mechanical predecessors. These techno-organics lack the onboard computers previous from Transformers, used for tasks like transforming. Instead, transforming now requires conscious effort, discipline, and intense focus. In fact, you'd be surprised to know that their transformations aren't mechanical, but more fluid, and it often looks like a shapeshift with a burst of energy. However, Botanica is different. Her transformation takes place through techno-organic plants that form and recede to reveal her robot form. Now, adjusting to these new bodies means relearning how to transform, and that must be a pain in the you-know-where. Transformers need to find a Zen-like still point to switch forms. Some, like Silver Bull, Botanica, and Night Screen, pick up this new method quickly, while others use quotes like, "I am transformed," to help with the process. Losing focus during transformation can cause them to revert to beast mode, and maintaining concentration is crucial, especially under attack, to avoid being vulnerable. So, yeah. Different iterations of the franchise have had different versions of Cybertron, and now the Transformers 1 is leaning toward a Cybertron with organic elements. You could say it is canon. How do you like it though? I mean, do you think the home planet of robotic aliens who can transform into metals be completely inorganic? Or do you think it should have a degree or organic elements so that one could relate more to the Cybertronians? I mean, the trailer even had a robotic deer, let alone plants and water bodies. I, for one, liked seeing all that, but you may differ. As always, the floor is open for a healthy discussion. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one, and be safe. Thanks, everyone.